Looking for something different for game week 1? I've picked out 6 players that could give you an early edge, and every one of them is owned by less than 5%. First up is Sunderland defender Dan Ballard. Ballard made 24 starts last season, scoring twice and providing 2 assists, so there's definitely some attacking threat in there. He also hit the defensive contribution threshold 14 times from them 24 starts, which gives him another potential route to points. The opening fixtures aren't bad either. Ipswich away, Fulham at home and Brentford away are the 3 that interest me most. It does get more difficult after that with Arsenal and Manchester City before Brighton at home in game week 6. Ballard comes in at 5 million, which in my opinion is fair value, and at just 4.7% owned is a really interesting differential to start the season. Next up is Brentford's new midfielder Mamadou Sangare. Brentford have broken their transfer record to bring him in from RC Lens for around £39 million, so I'd expect him to be a major part of their midfield this season. He scored 3 goals and registered 4 assists in League 1 last season, but it's his DEFCON numbers that really interest me. Sangare hit the threshold 18 times in just 27 starts, averaging 14.2 per start. That's a figure that is higher than any Premier League midfielder managed last season. The opening fixtures aren't bad either. Tottenham at home and Leeds away are okay, before a really nice fixture against Sunderland at home in game week 3. That's followed by Bournemouth away, Chelsea at home and Aston Villa away. And interestingly, those more difficult fixtures might actually suit Sangare when it comes to his DEFCONs, with potentially more defensive work for him to do. At just 5.5 million, I think there's a lot of potential value here, and at only 2.3% owned, he's almost been completely overlooked. If Sangare can bring those defensive contribution numbers with into the Premier League, he could be one of the most interesting budget midfielders this season. Next up is Ben White, and the big attraction for me here is his minutes. With Urian Timber injured, White looks nailed to start at right back. That's important because Mosquera and Calafiore are also priced at 5.5 million, but with Hincapié capable of playing on the left or centrally, there's potentially more competitions for minutes in those positions. So for the start of the season, White looks like a safe option for what is the best defence in the league. The fixtures are okay too. Coventry at home is a brilliant first fixture, followed by Villa away and Chelsea at home. Then it's Sunderland away, Brighton away and Leeds at home in game week 6. There are a few tough games in there, but with Arsenal's defensive record, I'd be comfortable playing an Arsenal defender in any game. At 5.5 million, it's great value for an Arsenal defender, and despite that is owned by just 3.4% of managers. You could even consider White being part of an Arsenal defensive double up or even triple up to really attack the start of the season. The one caveat is Timber. Once he's fit again, White will find himself out of the team, so I much prefer Ben White as a pick if you're playing an early wild card. Next up is Everton forward Thierry Barry. Barry looks set to start the season up front for Everton and he's had a really encouraging pre-season with 3 goals and an assist. He scored 8 Premier League goals last season as well, so at just 5.5 million, there's definitely potential here if he can establish himself as Everton's first choice striker. The opening fixtures aren't so bad either. Crystal Palace at home and Bournemouth away are both okay fixtures, before the tougher game against Manchester United at home in game week 3. Then it's Tottenham away, followed by the 2 fixtures I really like, Ipswich at home and Hull away in game weeks 5 and 6. At 5.5 million, Barry gives you a very cheap route to a potentially starting Premier League striker, which could free up a lot of money elsewhere in your squad. And at just 1.2% owned, virtually nobody's going there. If Barry can carry that pre-season form into the Premier League and keep Beto out of the side, I think there's plenty of upside at that price. Next is another defender, and that's Diogo Dalot from Manchester United. I'm pretty confident that Dalot starts the season, and we all know there's attacking potential there as well. Last season he scored once and registered 6 FPL assists, but it's United's opening fixtures that really put him on my radar. They start with 2 promoted sides, Hull away followed by Ipswich at home, which are 2 great fixtures. Everton away in game week 3 is fine, before the obvious difficult fixture against Man City at home. After that it's Fulham away and Tottenham at home, so overall I really like United's opening 6. Dalot comes in at 5 million, which is $500,000 more than Luke Shaw. Shaw is much highly owned at around 22%, but personally I'd rather find that extra $500,000 for Dalot and the greater attacking potential. And with Dalot himself owned by only around 3% of managers, he gives you a much lower owned route into that Manchester United defence. For me, that makes Dalot a decent differential to start the season. And my final differential is probably the riskiest of the 6, Kai Havertz. Havertz had an injury hit season last year, making just 7 Premier League starts, but he still managed 2 goals and 3 assists. And we know what he can do when he's fit. He started the Community Shield up front at the weekend against Manchester City and managed a goal, so I think there's a really good chance he starts against Coventry on Friday night. And what a fixture that is. Coventry at home is about as good as you can ask for in game week 1. After that, Arsenal Arsenal have Aston Villa away and Chelsea at home, followed by Sunderland away, Brighton away and Leeds at home. Now this one definitely comes with a warning. Victor Gyökeres makes Havertz a minute's risk, and that's why I wouldn't describe him as a safe pick. But Arsenal play on the Friday night. There may be the possibility we get some early team news before the deadline. If we get confirmation that Havertz starts against Coventry, I think it becomes a really exciting 1 week differential with huge upside. It's certainly a gamble, but sometimes those are the gambles that can pay off. And don't forget, you can join the FPL Obsession Mini League and compete for a £100 prize. The code's on the screen now. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for plenty more FPL content throughout the season. Good luck for Game Week 1.